The concept of metaprograms was developed by Leslie Cameron Bandler in the early days of NLP, and it was polished by Roger Bailey, where the several dozen, well over 100 of metaprograms was compressed into the a little more than a dozen of the key, most important ones. Metaprograms are the, let's say, wide perspectives of how we think and react in a given context. Now, it's important to remember that metaprograms are context-based, so you might have a different set of metaprograms while you are at work and while you are at home, while you are with your family and while you are with your parents or with your children or with your friends. So you will have different metaprogram reactions, but knowing them and being able to recognize metaprograms helps you predict how you will behave and how other people will behave. Now, what we'll be talking about in this segment is the first part of the metaprogram structure, so the motivation structure of metaprograms. Now, Roger Bailey, when he developed this, wanted to have a short questionnaire that he could use to, for example, screen potential employees and see how they would react, what they would expect from work, what would motivate them to work, and how they would behave in their new job. And this is what we will be talking about. And obviously this can be adjusted for other purposes as well. So you can use this to screen for your potential boyfriends and girlfriends and see what their expectations are. Or you can use this to understand your friends better and know how to talk with them and how to adjust to them so that they know how to react. Now, obviously people are different, and metaprograms are just one of the ways in which people are different, and obviously you will not remember all of them all the time, but just having them in your awareness will help you be conscious on how you can react to a different person, how after a couple of things that they say you can think about them and you can know what to expect from them, what will motivate them, what will be something that will convince them and what won't really be all that valuable for them. So these just short pieces of information, these little bits of information will really help you predict how other people will behave. And obviously this can be extremely useful in recruiting, so you will know who you are recruiting and who will work for you. This can be extremely useful in building a relationship so that you understand the other person better and know what they want from you and from life in general. This can be extremely useful in pretty much everything you do in your own life, so all of the predictions of how you will behave in different situations so that you will know and understand yourself better. This can be extremely useful in sales and negotiations so that you can tell the customer what they want to hear and sell the product that they want to buy. And obviously it can be the same product that you sell to a client with a different set of metaprograms, but described in a way that's appropriate to that client. So all of this can be taken from a short set of information, and again, the more information you have, the easier it is to adjust to a client. And metaprograms, and as I mentioned, this was something that was developed in NLP by Leslie Cameron Bandler, and it was a wide set of programs that have been cut down to just a few basics. Now, one of the few things that Roger Bailey did, aside from cutting down the metaprograms, was to actually study them in a corporate environment. So he went to several hundred people who worked in a corporate environment, and he mapped the popular sets of metaprograms. So how many people are there with one set of metaprograms, or how many with another, so that you know in general when you are, for example, writing your message, to what part of your audience the metaprogram based message will reach. And obviously metaprograms tend to be on a scale, they're not a typology, so you're not, for example, completely proactive or reactive, or at least most people aren't.